but I guess I lied. I meant 30 minutes. Oops.
Whatever, it's cool.
Whatever.
Time is an illusion.
Time's an illusion?
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time's an illusion.
Right.
Time is temporary. Hemes are forever. Will
Right?
Smith
With
is eternal.
Will Smith is eternal.
2019.
Not even an election year. Just like, no, he just exists.
Yeah, 2019 is the year of Smith.
Should I low-key put on that clip of Caramel yelling at that girl in the garden in Women of the...
Oh, I had totally forgotten about
I'm
that.
about to go display my screen right now to everyone.
That's hilarious.
That was a while ago. That was a long time ago.
I honestly forgot why I got so heated.
I'm gonna play it, I think. Hold up, everyone.
It doesn't even matter why you got heated. Like, doesn't
Yeah.
even really matter.
It matters to me. I was the one who heat.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight you." Put on my chat. I got this. I'm gonna put it on because I feel like it'll be funny. Just a throwback. Gotta figure out how to do that. I used to watch Caramel streams and he had like this fancy way. He'd pull up memes out of nowhere. I'm like, how do you pull up memes out of nowhere? I'm like, oh my god. Sorry. I had the volume on. It just freaking. Okay, so I'll talk about it. Clips. All time, all videos. Gotta sift through all the old ones. How many years ago was it? Last year! What the heck?
It was last year. Time
Last
flies.
year.
Damn.
Huh.
I mean, yeah. That's accurate.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, let's watch this clip real quick. Before we start. For
Oh,
research
man.
purposes.
Dang. Gotta
Sorry for
replay
the. I felt like such shit when I did it.
Oh, should I share the clip?
ADOC said-
with you guys? Ooh. Do you want me to link you guys the clip?
That'd be killer.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Let me display capture off real quick. People are gonna be like, "Oh, wow, that's her Discord? No way."
Oh, Lord. Like it matters.
I don't want them to get my little Discord number on the bottom. Yeah. Alright. Pull my chat up real quick. Alright, I'm gonna play it. This was... Oh, I have 5 viewers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to We Play Visual Novels, where we play visual novels. I'm joined
That's so
with Ash,
descriptive.
PixelsandPins,
Hey, that is
and
I.
CaramelMoonMan.
Hey, everybody. I'm returned.
He's returned after a
He's
year.
returned.
A literal year. So today we're going to be playing Ash's game, Dishelfled. Or Dishelfled, not Dishelfled.
It doesn't
Dishelfled.
matter. It's fine.
But before we get into it, because it's been so freaking long since we've played with Caramel, we're just going to play this really old clip that we have from a year ago. And then we're going to get into it. Alright.
bad. Dang. Gotta
Sorry for
replay
the. I felt like such shit when I did it.
ADOC said visit Dr. Joy and seduce him. That is my plan. All about them boys.
All about the boys.
Here, I'll be a woman. This garden is under maintenance until further notice. Take a walk. That was rude.
Yeah, I know. Why are you so rude? I just came by to see the garden.
We can apologize. Or we could say excuse you.
I want you to know that right now I'm actually working.
you.
So I was talking in a group
I
chat.
came here for two
We were
reasons.
joking about gender swap
To
Joker and
rule
Harley
off
Quinn,
and get
and
those
I
rock
decided
boys.
to like
You're
art
not
shit
helping
post
in
in
either
the
one
group
of those
chat.
options.
So I'm currently working on a gender
excuse
swap
you.
Joker and Harley Quinn.
I mean, alright, we're gonna start a fight in the
Ooh.
garden.
I mean, yeah.
Alright, I'm here for
Oh my
it.
god, is this 6 minutes, bro? I didn't want to watch it for 6 minutes. What the heck? Oh my god.
I don't know anything about this game. Well, dainty thing like you can do that
Oh
much.
my god,
Should
never mind.
leave because I don't want to get violent.
You can watch it if you.
Oh,
Wait,
now that-
hold
now-
on.
now
What?
that-
He said, yo, I gotta leave because I don't want to get violent. I don't know what happened. Whoa. Sus.
was fighting you.
Rude about it, so I mean, I'm not at fault here.
Wait, I'm gonna go to the log and see what she said.
Wow. Alright, we're gonna watch this on our own time, but holy shit. He said I gotta leave before we get violent. Oh my god.
And that's when
Well,
I left
I thought it
for
was
a
like
whole
30
year.
seconds. I didn't think it was. Yeah, he got mad and left for a whole year. Alright, I didn't think
He
it
never-
was. He never came back.
Till now.
Alright.
He returns.
Dang, I thought it was like a 2-minute clip. It's like 6 minutes of you arguing. I'm gonna watch that later. Good shit. Good shit.
Absolute good. Top
Good
cack,
content.
dude.
Alright. Anyway, back to the visual novel.
Woo.
Ash, you can tell us a little bit about the game.
Okay. So it is a game wherein you play it. I know. And
Whoa.
whoa, I know, right?
Revolutionary.
It is fully voice acted. Oh, Emmy! Hey! I know Emmy. She's awesome. I got to do some Walla with her a couple of times.
You know
She's
Emmy?
amazing. She's Emmy Lowe, yeah.
Emmy love ya?
Emmy is it not Emmy Lowe?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. I take it back. Different person
That's
then.
my Emmy.
I feel bad. Because I was like, it's the exact
I was
same
like-
name that she uses for other stuff.
I was like,
And I was
whoa,
like, what?
you know my Fortnite squad? Oh my god.
I was gonna be like super like stoked that she like randomly hopped in here for some reason.
Dang.
Whatever. Anyway, the person I'm
Wow.
talking about,
Other Emmy pop in here.
the person I'm talking about is pretty awesome too, so it's fine. I'm sure Emmy Lovia is an awesome
My
person
Emmy
as well, but
love is the best. Hey Emily.
I don't
How you
personally
doing,
know
girl?
her, so
Can you
Anyway,
I'm trying to get her into voice acting, so you know. Let's drop
do it,
some
be great.
hints. She's good.
well, I guess come to think of it, I guess Emmy Lowe would be like Katsuni Sweet. Okay, anyway, sorry. Choo 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 choo. I don't fucking know. What was I saying? Oh, it's fully voice acted. You have a customizable main character. You have 4 love interests, which you can either have romantic or friendly relationships with. I don't know what else you want to know.
I mean, we could just jump into it, honestly.
Okay.
We'll put the link in my Twitter at the end of the stream if you want to download it. And we'll just jump straight into it, and why not? Let them
Okay.
see for themselves. Ash said the routes are 20 to 30 minutes, so we can actually play through the whole thing in one sitting.
Fucking right.
For the
Fucking
first
right.
time ever. Second
A
time.
brand new first.
Second
It's always
time.
my games. It's always my games we get to play all the way through.
We
I guess I
played-
take it back.
Oh, third
I guess
time.
we played all the way through date almost anything.
Date almost anything where Ash got
Yeah.
heated about
Oh,
I'm
I
so
forgot
mad.
about that
I'm
one.
so mad. I use that game in my panel that I do at conventions. I use it as a representation of what you can do with backgrounds, since all the backgrounds are like photographs.
Yeah.
I use it as an example of a thing you can do with backgrounds. I always preface it with, "Hey, there's this." I was like, "Oh yeah, there's this game that I hate, but has really cool backgrounds." Like, I always do that. I feel terrible.
Yeah, she got really
Whatever.
mad at that game.
I did. I remain mad about it. Okay.
Okay, guys, so for those of you who just joined in, we're playing Dishelfled by Ash, who is here with us today. And we brought back CaramelMoonMan after a freaking year.
Yeah.
Hibernation or whatever you were doing, bruh. And we're gonna just play through this visual novel, and then if you have questions about the game or game dev in general, you can ask us and we'll answer, or just watch the game. Because I have a new game coming out, Battle Royale for Your Heart.
Indeed
and
you
I
do.
don't even have to talk about it right now because I got this cool little Nightbot command that will bring you to all the info. There we go. There we go. So if you're into visual novels and you're a fan of Fortnite, or if you've come from my Fortnite streams and you like visual novels, then maybe you can branch the two. So let's see. Let's play. I can use my controller for this game. I think in ranked games I can. I won't though, actually. Alright, so... Ooh, jumped us right into a choice.
Ooh, woo.
What controller is that? That's an Xbox One. You like that? That was a Christmas gift, bruh. Showed up, I think. Okay, so for our purposes, Ash, which is better to say I've never played a visual novel or I'm a visual novel expert? Some of my viewers, or actually most of them, probably have not played visual novels or have not played as extensively as we have.
Sorry, my mic came unplugged.
Oh.
I was like, I'm talking. Why can't they hear me? It doesn't matter. Like, I mean, you're gonna a visual novel expert's fine because. So the full context is, for those watching and just in general, I made this game specifically to take to an event that was an educational. It was a library kickoff, a library summer reading kickoff. And so I specifically brought it as an educational tool of, hey, have you ever played a visual novel before? No? Here, try it out. And so that's why I have I've never played a visual novel before, because I specifically have it set up that if you've never ever played one before, you can come in and learn how to play them. So it's up to you.
Teach them how to play with a visual novel. Cute.
That was so it's a PG, so it's completely and totally rated G game, which is my own first ever and only so far rated G game, which happens.
After a heart connection, huh?
After heart connection.
Oh.
Caramel,
did you play that one with us? I feel like it was just me and Ash.
I don't think I did, actually.
You would have loved that one.
You would have loved it. We can play it again. We'll play it. We'll go back to it.
I remember saying, like, oh, Caramel would love this guy. The big burly guy. What's his name?
Max?
Yeah, the big one.
The green
tough
guy?
The tough guy.
Excuse me? Big green burly boy?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll drop you the link later, Caramel.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't finish it. Clearly, we never finished anything, but
and I'm actually, and like secret information you're gonna learn here and only here. That game is going to have it's not going to be a direct sequel. It's going to be a series, like not like a sequel series, but like there's gonna be a spiritual successor to it. And when I put out the spiritual successor game, I'm gonna add the final route I never actually finished for Heart Connection
route,
with the pangolin person. Yeah.
Nice.
So
yeah,
that's secret information.
Heart Connection was lit because there were so many different ways you could play the game, and like not different ways you play the game, but I mean different ways that Ash presented the information to you through mini games and all of this fun stuff. A Mad Lib she had in there.
I did have a Mad Lib. Mad Lib was fun.
It was funny. Yeah, it was good shit. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right, let's play.
So you can decide if you want to do I'm a visual expert or not. It's up to you.
What do you think, Caramel?
I'm down for either or.
Well, my chat says the only one that they've played, or Shadow says the only one I've played was Doki Doki Literature Club. Not surprising, because everyone and their mom, every time I say, have you played visual novels before? They're like, Doki Doki Literature Club? Yes. Yes.
Make a choice. Either way.
Whoa.
It doesn't really change anything, so
I'm
like you can do whatever.
Expert.
Let's just do that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh. This game comes with a behind the scenes button that you can click on. Oh, I can't even talk. That you can click on at any time. Staff pick. Oh. Anytime you see this flashing icon, it means there's a new behind the scenes tip available that you haven't seen. Whoa! Look at that. Make my character? And Ash, you drew all of this, right?
I did everything.
You drew the background too?
I did everything.
Oh my god.
Except for music, like I usually do.
I don't know.
That's the first time I'm doing a customizable main character. I'll make mine look like me, like I always do.
Super pale.
I gave my head fluffy hair.
Well, she got different body types.
Yeah, so this click on the behind the scenes button.
This is a character customization screen. It uses something called a layered image. I don't even program my own games, so honestly, this is helpful. I just, with my programmer, I'm like, can you figure it out? And he's like, yeah, I could use layered images and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means, but alright. Great talk. Each time you click on one of the arrows to change a part, a variable gets assigned a number. Wow. Oh my god.
Ooh.
I put so much fucking effort into behind the scenes.
And then it
Oh
just
my
pops
lord.
up. That's cute.
Yeah, you can just click on it and it pops up.
Hello. My name
And the
is...
one's
I'm gonna put X. We all know.
default name is Quinn.
Oh, Queen.
Quinn.
Queen. It's a bright and sunny afternoon. Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club. There was a lot of effort in it. Yeah. I mean, Doki Doki Literature Club was one of the, like, 1 in a million kind of successes in the indie
No,
visual novels.
Doki Doki Literature Club was one of those things where it was like, it did something that was so weird that
Yeah.
even people who don't play visual novels wanted to play it. Like, that's what tends to happen with visual novels. Like, if
Yeah.
like the quote unquote normal visual novels have like oh, there was a lot of effort. You can tell. No. Yeah, I think he was talking about my own game. He was talking about this game.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. But the other thing about Doki Doki, like Doki Doki is one of
Oh,
those things where
my bad. You
Shit.
said you clown toxic, bro. No toxic chat.
Yeah, but Doki Doki is definitely one of those games where it's like quote unquote normal visual novels can be like super duper amazing.
Yeah.
And like in theory, like better games than things like Doki Doki or Hatoful or
Hatoful boyfriend, gotta do that.
yeah,
on
whatever.
stream.
But like because they're so weird, like those are the ones that get attention, which is just how that works. That's just how it is. It's fine.
Yeah, the games that are meant to be taken seriously are never taken seriously. But it's
Nope.
alright.
It happens.
Gotta normalize it a little bit more. I mean, but I can't say shit because mine's a parody game. So.
Yeah, you're part of the problem.
Whoa, hold on. Imre's Curse was super serious. I didn't get that many downloads for it, but that was like my favorite game that I've worked on.
It was pretty good.
It was fun.
It was pretty good. They were both voice actors in it. So, you know.
Exactly. That's how we can just say it's pretty good. It was okay, I guess.
It was
It was
alright.
okay, I guess. It was alright. It was fine. It was alright, I guess. It was fine.
Alright, let's
Alright,
go.
where are we?
It's a bright and sunny afternoon. Too bright and sunny.
Ooh.
Oh? This game opens with a CG, a special piece of art to highlight a particular part of the story. Oh. Also, notice the moving clouds in the background. Wait, actually, we're gonna need to talk about that because that's kind of cool.
The moving curl. It's just ATL with a layered image.
Listen. I don't know about programming. I thought we established this. I tell my programmer, can we make this happen? And he'll be like, yes or no. And that's it.
I see.
I should really learn how to program, but it's alright.
You probably should.
Probably when they come to my booth. I'm going to be at Play NYC this summer.
Nice.
Showing off the demo of... I think I'm going to either debut the demo of Battle Royale for Your Heart, or it'll be out for like a couple of weeks by then. And
Nice.
people are going to be like, so how did you program this? And I'm going to be like...
I think I told you this last week, but I felt so bad when I was at the Arcade Spirits booth at PAX.
Yeah.
And I was asking like programming questions, and the ladies that were there
like I just wrote it.
were like art and writing, which obviously is fucking important. But I was asking like programming questions. I was like, so did you do this with this? Because and they were just like, we have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And I was like, oh.
They had some fancy animated backgrounds.
The animated backgrounds Arcade Spirits are, and I broke it. Like I went back and looked at it and broke it down. I think I know how they did some of them.
Well, Arcade Spirits actually, fun fact, released their code.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to
I need to go dig through it.
Yeah, they released their code, but
fun fact about this game, the code completely and totally unarchived. So when you download it, you can literally just go in the directory and poke around.
Oh.
And it's all completely and totally commented. Like I commented the fuck out of it. Like I explained every single little thing that was happening.
If you're trying to make a game, she got you.
Yep, I got you. Got you, fam. That was the whole point of this bad boy. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, let's play. Did I say we were gonna finish it today? Doubt it.
Oops.
Maybe.
Oopsies.
Because of course the weather's nice when I have to waste it working the closing shift again. And I guess forever. That's what I get for being so dang reliable, I guess. It's only a short walk across a not terribly busy parking lot from my bus stop to the backside of the bookstore. The door opens on me as I reach for the handle, and the guy on the other side nearly smacks me in the face with it. He He gives a short grunt. Ooh, that was voice acting?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, the whole thing
Ooh.
is it's voice acted.
Well, it was just caught me off guard. He gives a short grunt of annoyance, then pauses an extra second when he sees who he bumped into. His face, already a little irritated, takes on a deeper frown before he pushes on past me. Rude. Bye, Diego. Rude.
Rude.
His body halts for just half a second like he wants to respond before continuing off at a jog across the parking lot.
Bye.
Bye, Diego. God, oh my God. Rude. That's a
Get outta
fight.
here.
We about to fight.
Don't fight Diego. He's a
Diego,
precious
you're lucky
bean.
this isn't a
He's
garden.
the what? He's the what?
He's a precious bean. Don't fight
He,
him.
he just pushed past me.
He didn't mean to. He's just
Precious
awkward. He's just
Look,
awkward.
Ash, I'll
just
take
put-
your word for it, but I'm just saying,
awkward.
Diego's lucky this isn't a garden because I have experience in that department.
Oh my God. Everyone's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
That's a deep cut I don't get.
Before I streamed Fortnite consistently, I streamed visual novels like every week. I think we did it every week at one point, or like every
For a little
month.
while, yeah.
Yeah,
we were
I think it was like every week, every other week or so.
Did we ever do the John Cena one live? Because that one was fun.
No, we really need to. We need to do that one. We need to do Doki Doki Obama.
John Cena High School or whatever it was called. Oh my God.
It's John Cena's Sexy High School Adventure.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
I may or may not know the full title, whatever.
Shadows,
It's cool.
I'm gonna link that one to you because I know you're gonna want to play that one. One of these days, I'm going to figure out why he doesn't like me. Yeah, why don't you like me, Diego? Come on, bro. Shaking off the encounter, I slip in through the back door and into the store proper. I'm just inconspicuous enough that none of the customers try to stop me as I head across the shop floor. None of all three of them, at least. My store is usually pretty quiet, but it seems like it's still a fairly slow shopping day. Not a complaint. I could use a boring day at work. Might even be able to squeeze in some study time for my psychology exam next week. Yes, please. I need a link to that. Bro, if you want joke visual novels or like, bro, I got you. I got a whole list. I've just been hoarding them, you know. I want to try that D&D one I linked because that one looks
Oh
really
yeah.
I feel like, I don't know if we're the three to be able to de-escalate a fight between a group of friends, but we can certainly
We
try.
just make it work.
Maybe Alex's neutral voice can help
Right.
sort it out when he comes back next week or whenever we do it. Anyway,
Oh,
down
Lordy.
another hall into the break room, get my badge card from my locker, then swipe it through the time clock. I've only just smoothed my polo down over my undershirt when a screeching ball of frenzy slams the door open and whips around the doorframe.
Hey!
Hey! Whoa,
Hey.
hold on. You posted recently about this, right? Was Katie Otten the one who did this
Yep.
one? Oh, I
Yep.
love Katie.
Yep.
Katie did full
That's
voice acting for...
Katie's this character. Yep.
Yeah, she did full voice acting for Snowdrop. I haven't implemented it yet, but this girl did so many lines voluntarily. She's an angel.
Katie's a beast.
She's an angel.
I
Yeah.
want to say that all the voice actors in this are beasts. They all volunteered their time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think Amanda Hufford in particular, who plays Nyasia, who you'll see in a minute, she probably had the most lines, poor baby. Not on purpose, it just happened. And I was
Yeah.
like, I was like, do you want to do this? There's like 70 lines. And she's like, I got it. It's fine. Don't
I
worry
got
about
it.
it.
I got you.
And she felt so bad because she wasn't able to clean her file. She's like, can I just send this to you unclean? All this shit's happening. I have to handle it. And I was like, boo, yes, it's fine. Oh my God. And so I have footage of her. I'm totally calling her out right now. It's great. I totally have like audio footage of her fucking like yelling at her cat. It's the best. It's literally the best. I was gonna blackmail you with this. It's gonna be great. Anyway.
Yeah, when I do free games, I always tell them you don't have to cut it. It would help me if you cut it, but you don't have to. I'll just do it for you.
I don't even. Yeah, see me. I'm very particular about how I do my audio mastering. So like, I want the full file. And then I'm gonna cut it myself and use my automated processes on it. So
Yeah, I mean, I just do it because I feel bad making them work for free sometimes. But it's hard in the indie field. It's hard out here. It's rough on these streets. Okay, quick side note actually, because I know some of y'all are
Okay.
in this chat right now. We're playing this game called Scribble.io. Alright? Hold on. Side note. And I drew what I thought was a
God.
street. Alright, so I drew
Oh no.
2 lines and 3 little yellow lines in between, and a car
Right.
driving right over it. And they
Right.
guessed roads.
Okay.
And they just kept typing roads over. It was like 8 of them. Roads. And it was clearly wrong because it said, no, that's not the word, but they kept writing roads. And the word was
Is
street.
it jackal? Is it jackal? Is it jackal?
It was street, and they couldn't fathom that the word was street. They're like, that's not a street, Anna, that's a road.
Like
What?
this is.
They're the same,
They're the
though.
same. What?
Kind of.
No, they're not the
Okay.
same. Apparently not. Well, I thought, a car is on a street. I've never ever referred to anything as a road unless it's like. No, I referred to it as a street.
Like that's very much like that's like a regional thing.
Yeah.
Roads and streets are absolutely the same thing. What the frick, you guys? Like colloquially speaking, streets versus roads are the same thing.
I literally ask everyone,
Calm
do you call it
down.
a street or a road? They're just like, it's a road, Anna. I'm like, no, that's a street. What?
A road is anything that
A
connects two. A road is anything that connects 2 points, while streets are public ways which have buildings on either side. It doesn't matter though.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter though because colloquially they're interchangeable.
I don't have the drawing with me. What the heck? I'm about to show
Anyway,
They're arguing now in the chat.
I
Here we
see
go.
that, I
It was
see
a
that.
road. A road. They would guess road. I think it depends where you're from. I've never referred to a street as a road. I was thinking like I walk outside my house and that's what a street looks like. And then I say,
Right.
oh, I'm from New York. And then they make fun of me and they're like, oh, you're from New York, Anna? I didn't know. Freaking jerks. You know I'm from New York. Haters over here. They're like, oh, you guys have streets in New York? Anyway, let's play this game. I just wanted to know if you guys called it a road or a street because I've been asking everyone now. So
like even if I saw something and I guessed road and road didn't work, even if it wasn't technically accurate, I would still guess street.
they literally wrote roads. It's not a road, Anna. What the fuck? And then the whole chat was, it's not a road? That's a fucking road. What is this? I always
Synonyms,
bring
people,
up New
synonyms.
York because I live in New York. What the
Hey,
heck?
chat, let's
people.
drop a whole bunch of roads in chat.
Can I get a road in the chat? Oh, what the heck? I might as well save it, honestly, while we're here. Sorry, we're gonna play the game. We're gonna finish it. Promise. Just had to make sure they were paying attention,
Exactly, of course.
Ah, this thing.
Oh, it's fully voice acted?
Yes.
Ooh.
I feel like I've said that like 7 times
I know, but
now.
like, I get shocked every
Disbelief.
time. Because the only reason I'm super shocked is because full voice acting is so hard, and Ash did a thing where she like listed like a chart of how many lines, like voice
true.
lines there are in different games,
It's
and like whether
true.
or not you should do full voicing or partial voice acting before you like
It's true.
do it. So like I'm always shocked because full voice acting
This-
after Secrets Untold, oh my god, it's
This
so
game has a
hard.
total of 368 lines of voice
Ooh.
lines.
So hard. That oh my god, Caramel, I gotta link you to the new Secrets Untold once it's out, cause bro, we chopped up that whole script.
Really?
I took there was 2 routes that were 50,000 words each. I cut both of them. I merged. It was so bad. I didn't want to make anyone re-record lines, so I cut around the lines and rewrote the story around the lines I already had recorded. So I like literally changed the commander's personality. I like switched everything around and I cut down 100,000 words, 2 routes into one 30,000 word route. It
Oh,
was
God.
so hard. So hard. And my programmer disappeared, so who knows if that's ever gonna get finished. But
I mean, I'll say this: if you need me to re-record lines, I'm totally fine
I
with it.
didn't want to bother anyone at all, so I was
That being
just like,
said, if I say that now, I know you'll have to change something, and I'll be like, I don't mind, but as long as it doesn't make any extra work for you.
I didn't want to make extra work for you guys, so I just rewrote it around. It was so hard to do. I had to change the motivation. I changed Baldur. I changed
Oh.
everything. Dahlia did
Oh,
use
boy.
words. So, might need some help programming that later down the line, because I don't know where my programmer is. And somebody made a full soundtrack, so you know it better come out after all that work.
Right?
Oh yeah, I remember when I saw that the
Yeah, he
soundtrack
made
came out. I was like,
full
ooh.
soundtrack for it. Yeah, so we'll get on it. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, we're gonna play this game.
I keep saying that.
I forgot.
When we finally go back to the visual novel, this thing.
Yeah, it's because it's the three of us. We never get anything.
It's
done.
true.
When it was me, Ash, and Alex, we joked around, but we got through like a good chunk of the visual novel.
It's true, we did.
We did with that mayor, that sus mayor. Anyway,
Totally sus.
fucking sus mayor.
Trying to bang my mom? What the
Bang
hell?
my mom, all right, fucking in front of us. All right. Anyway, Hannah's hands fumble with the card she already has hanging from a lanyard around her neck. After putting it through the scanner the wrong way 3 times, she finally gets it through, raising her arms in victory.
Whew, officially not late.
How I love Katie. Cutting it real close. She already has her shirt on, but she lingers next to the assignment board, half studying as she tucks in the tails.
My cat got out and I had to deal with that.
I feel that. I let my cat out once and he never came back. Well, I didn't leave him out. Someone let him out.
Uh-oh.
Someone did. I don't know who. Yet it's been years and he's never came back. Sad face. So
Yeah, I've had a couple cats do that.
be like that sometimes.
Isn't that why you were late?
I did that to a
last
turtle
time?
once. I felt really bad.
You let your
But I-
turtle out?
That's the thing. I was coming back from like a trip, and we had ran over a turtle. Luckily, it was fine. And I was like, "Oh, it's a turtle. I want to pick it up." And we had a tiny fountain in the back. I'm like, "Oh," I was like, I don't know. I was like 8 at the time. I was like, "Turtles like water, so I'm gonna put it on the very top of the fountain." And then I left it at the top of the fountain. And then before I went to sleep, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna fall." So I put it at the very bottom of the fountain. And then the next day in the morning, it was gone.
No.
I mean, it's
I was
a
like-
wild turtle, so
Yeah.
No.
probably
I was
okay.
like,
Turtle.
I miss him.
Love the body types though. Ash.
That was the goal.
Lit. Inclusion. Okay, so we were late last time. A mane of dense curly hair peeks through the ajar door. Nyasha taps her fingers on the door frame with an ever so slight tinge of impatience.
Happens a lot. Thank goodness I have a super cool shift manager who understands me.
I fucking love full voice acting. I don't have to read everything.
Mhm.
It's hard.
And that sheet's not quite right.
I feel like this is my job. What the
So I'm not stuck on register?
That
It's
time
everybody's
she's not right.
job.
That's time she's not right, Anna. Rewrite it or you're not getting paid. Oh my god.
No, you are. I need some help in the back room, though, if you're all right with that.
She points to me. Me?
Point.
Okay, so this is where you get to decide whether you're going to be friendly with Nyasha or you're going to sing with Nyasha. But like, keep it in consideration that like you don't see the fruits of your romance unless you go on her route. So it depends on whose route you want to be on.
Oh, so this gladly means it's gonna be a romance because it's a heart.
No, yes,
Oh.
because it's heart.
Oh, words. Can I press a heart for everyone and then?
Yeah, you can't. Won't mess anything up.
Ooh.
Oh.
You'll only see the fruits of your romance if you take that route.
Oh.
So yeah, do it. Flirt with everybody. It's
Alright,
fine. No one gives a
fuck,
shit.
let's flirt with everyone. Fuck.
Gladly.
Fuck yeah. Bro, we play visual novels where we date everyone. Come on, what the fuck? We date everyone. Even, apparently we date everything. Anything for you?
Ooh.
Oh, uwu? It's a little
Uwu?
cheesy, but I click my teeth at her. Nyasha rolls her eyes at first, but flashes a toothy grin, then gestures that I should follow. Instead of taking me down the hallway toward the floor, we head toward the back storage. When we swing through the door into the back room, I find I'm not the only one who's been recruited for whatever task this is. Mike? Ooh, Mike.
Ooh,
is leading
Mike.
the Ooh.
Can we drop an oof in chat for our boy Mike here?
Okay, one
I
sec.
think he picked his favorite. Thing about Caramel is he'll pick his favorite, and that's it for the whole game. He will fight you. He will die
Yeah.
for this guy. He will die for this guy. Oh,
I'm
that's
loving mine.
we going for a capital oof?
Capital oof, dude.
Oof.
That's how you know I have my
Oh
favorite.
my
I don't go
God.
ooh. I go
Oof.
I pull out the Super Mario 64 Mario collision sound effect. Ooh.
That was fucking so specific. Oh my God. Freaking Caramel, I missed you, man. Holy shit.
I'm a long jump towards the mic and then go oof when I hit him.
Shadow said it so specific. I love it.
Oh my lord.
Oh my God. Mike is leaning against one of the shelves, his thumb scrolling across the screen of his phone with superhuman speed. Obviously, Mike's not doing his fucking job. Mike,
Yeah, you
you're
go,
gonna
Mike.
sit there and not do your fucking job, and I'm gonna have to do your job for you? Nah, fuck this shit, Mike. Quit biting.
You keep
I
going,
got
Mike.
one
You're
of
doing
those
great.
at work. I got one of those at work. They scroll on their phone while I gotta do the work. Nah. Nyasha claps twice and he starts looking up. He takes his time putting it away, then he ambles over.
Hey.
I love you, Mike. I love you.
Hey! Oh my God.
I'm gonna tell Jacob how much y'all enjoyed this. Okay.
Wait, who does Mike's thing?
Jacob Wilson.
Oh my God. He just, I wasn't expecting it. Hey! I tried doing a backwards long jump IRL and it did not work and I fell and hurt myself. Why did you try? Shadows, why? Why did you try, bud?
It's a bad idea for everybody.
It sounds like a bad idea. Alright, hey. Dipping
Hey.
Whoa, he's moving. Dipping unnecessarily low, he takes my hand in his and pantomimes kissing a fake ring on my... Oh? Oh?
Oh, Mike.
Mike?
Mike.
Mike?
Ooh.
I can just picture Caramel like fanning himself right now. He's like, oh my God.
Oh, Mike, you're giving me a case of the vapors. Ooh.
How did we ever do this without you, Caramel? Jesus Christ.
My liege.
Mike, you better watch out. You're going to make me long jump, buddy. Ooh.
Alright. Oh, you're such a weirdo. Follow his lead. I mean, for Caramel, we gotta follow his lead.
I'm going to follow his lead. Ooh.
Ooh. He sent me a picture of a video of a backwards long jump. Should we watch? What the heck?
Oh my god.
I gotta see it real quick. I gotta
Real
see it real
fast.
quick. Real quick.
Oh, it's from Mario 64.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this one
Yeah,
where
I
he just
too.
backwards jumps over the infinite stairs.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Mario.
That's me when
They
I
also
see
make fun of me
Mike.
'cause I say Mario instead of Mario. Don't judge me. That's how I say it. End of story. What's he doing? Oh my god! You tried to do that? You tried to... Why would you try that?
When I notice Mike on top of the stairs.
Why would you try... Why would you try that?
Oh my god.
Anyway. I dip even lower than him, rolling my hand a couple dozen times in the air. How utterly charmed, Lord Mike. We make a couple weird noises at each other before standing back up straight. Accurate. He drops his bony elbow down hard on my shoulder, then quickly makes an apologetic face when the force of it makes me wobble a little bit. You just fucking elbow drop me, buddy? What the
A
fuck?
little bit.
You can do whatever you want. He'll
Oh.
elbow drop me at top of the stairs.
Oh, dude, we can't keep having this conversation.
I thought that was ass saying, dude, come on, too far. I was like, wait, what? Me when my mom says pizza rolls are upstairs.
When your pizza rolls are done.
He drops his arms to his side, then shifts so that he's standing with his hips at a sharp, challenging angle.
I'm not on the floor.
I'm not on the floor. Well,
You're on top of the stairs.
bruh.
It's close enough. And if you're gonna argue with me about it, I don't know if I can let it slide. Again.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh. Danger, danger. This is moving from their normal bickering to something that might actually turn into a problem. Oh, no, you gonna back up Mike or you gonna back up Naija?
Look, Mike could be giving me open heart surgery and tell me he doesn't know what he's talking about or what he's doing. I'll be
I'm
like,
getting flashbacks to,
I am. That's
Chris?
Chris.
That's Chris.
Chris.
But hey, I you know, Mike.
Oh, on God. Back up, Mike.
Oh.
I mean, phone's not that big of a deal. Is that what we're going for?
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. That's where
Phone's
I'm
not that
walking.
big of a
That's
deal.
what he's going
Okay.
for.
Phone's not that big
Nasia,
of a
come
deal.
on, we all use our phones. Why you gotta single Mike out? Why you gotta single? That's how I talk for real. Why you gotta single Mike out like that?
Because he's the only one that lets it affect his customer service.
Oh, she right now.
So you'll tattle on me
Don't
to
tattle
Jack.
on him.
Oh,
He's a good boy.
Mike, fucking watch your tone, bro. She's your boss. What the fuck?
He's done nothing wrong,
This feels
okay?
like my
He's a
actual-
good boy.
This feels like my actual fucking job. We had a meeting the other day, and I swear to God, the boss said something, and everyone was just like talking shit back to her, and I was like, oh my God, where are you raised? You don't talk shit to your boss? What the fuck?
Right?
They were just no holds barred. I was like, the fuck, am I in a WWE match right now? What the fuck? oh, she angry now. My ass. Nasia bristles and Mike knows immediately he pushed it too far.
Sorry. I'll do better. Okay?
Wow, I would have fired your ass right there, Mike. Bye, bitch.
You're doing
Later,
great,
bitch.
sweetie.
She sighs and claps her hands together.
All right, so
Oh, she don't give a fuck. She's like, alright. She spreads her hands out over the table where she spread out an open crate full of neatly stacked books and some of our labeled book sorting bins.
these are all the books
Ooh.
First Shift found out of place when they opened this morning.
Oh. One choice will put a point in the Nasia box, the other Mike. Oh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that was behind the scenes
Again?
on that one.
Again. It's been more than a week of this. Everything is as it should be when we close, cash register balance, windows washed, all books recovered to their appropriate sections. And yet, every morning, without fail, the morning shift sends us complaints about at least a shelf, and a half of books out of place. It's not too weird to miss a book or two on occasion, but this is way beyond normal at this point. And none of us can figure it out. There's a book.
Why don't they just put them back?
What? Shadow said Mike can push me too far down the stairs. Okay.
Because apparently, we have our own stuff to do. We don't have time to do your job
this feels
too.
like my fucking job for real. Oh my god.
Are you getting flashbacks?
It's
It's
that real
more
job
flashbacks.
simulation.
Fuck, I gotta go to this shit tomorrow. What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
She purses her lips together, tightly annoyed.
Also, I've been trying to keep track of what books are out of place, so I think if I can just figure out if there's a pattern.
Are we just fucking solving a book thief mystery?
I don't know. All right, let's find out.
She
Ooh.
screws
Play
her
the
mouth
game
up
and
to
find out.
decide Oh, we gotta play the game? What the fuck? A game that we have to play? What the fuck?
I know. Heaven forbid.
Alright, already clicked that one. She screws her mouth up to the side in irritation.
So, let's just sort them quickly into categories, get a feel for what's out of place, then go on with our day. Cool?
Cool.
Oh?
Ooh.
Oh?
You gotta get him right. You gotta get him right.
Oh? Dragon?
Okay.
Oh?
Drag him.
Oh?
Drag them bitches. Where they go?
Hold on a
Oh,
second.
that's so
Don't-
cool.
I don't know if you know this about me, but I don't like to read. Everyone always says,
Some of
Anna,
these-
how do you write if you don't like to read? I've read
I mean,
books.
some
I've-
of these you should have read in like high
The
school.
Wizard
and so
of
you in
Earthsea?
theory should- Yeah.
That's clearly fantasy, but I've never read it.
Make a fucking guess. Use your brain.
Yeah, I just didn't read it. Oh. Is this fantasy? Not really. I mean, sci-fi? Because it's like alternate, like...
Which one are we talking about?
A
Handmaid's
Handmaid's
Tale?
Tale.
Or it's just fiction. It's not sci-fi, actually. But it's kind of like...
It's sci-fi fantasy. It's
Some
tech.
of us-
I use Barnes and Noble's labeling.
That's what I was thinking, because it's like an alternate reality to
Yep.
ours, but that's fiction. Right? Okay. Oh, nonfiction? Yo, did you draw these books, by the way?
Oh no, I pulled them. Well, I drew the books, but I pulled the covers from BarnesandNoble.com.
Oh, this is nonfiction, right?
Which one?
The Joy Luck Club.
That one's
Amy-
fiction.
Amy Tan? I thought that was.
It's fiction.
I thought
It's
the
not.
Joy...
It's fiction.
I thought that was her autobiography.
No, not that one.
This one's nonfiction.
It's semi-autobiographical, but it's not autobiography.
Yeah, I thought she definitely wrote an autobiography.
I'm definitely gonna check that now that you said that. Like if I
don't know
got
if
if I got
was
that
that
wrong.
one, but I thought, I don't know, maybe not.
Like I know it's supposed to be. It's like a lot of her books are like
Nice
semi-autobiographical.
It says witch in it, so I'm gonna put it in fantasy. Oh, did I get them all right? Wow, my English major, my English degree came in freaking handy for once. Holy shit. 100 books later, we're done. 5 bins packed tight that need to go out to their respective sections. Naisha dramatically swipes her hand across her forehead.
Thanks, you two. I've been doing it mostly myself, and it takes forever.
Doesn't it?
And can I just say that I'm actually extremely impressed that we didn't have to double check the database at all.
That's right. That means I got 100, right? Fuck yeah.
It means you got 9 or 10 out of 10.
Ooh.
It does slightly change dialogue.
It does slightly change the dialogue.
Wow, actually? I want to talk to you about this later.
Okay.
Because I want to add some kind of mini game to Battle Royale for Your Heart, but I just don't know what is feasible.
You're gonna have fun. Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Keep going.
We're gonna have a great time. The code checks whether the label of the one you dropped in is right. Oh.
We're just that good. Obviously.
Obviously. Mike knows what's up.
Mike knows what's up.
Naisha chuckles slightly.
I do want to say that I think my favorite line of his is actually if you get so there's three states. There's if you get more than half of them wrong, where she's like, I'm chagrined we had to look so many up. And that's the one where Mike goes, why look them up when we can beep boop find them in the system? And it's the best line of the whole game.
Oh.
And you only get it if you do it poorly. You want to go back and fail the game.
Yeah. Bro, I'm down.
I have to do that. I have to do it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. You have to fail the game, so do everything wrong.
Okay.
I have to fail it completely?
You have to get 5. You have to get half of them.
Half of them right?
Half of them wrong. It's like if you get 5 out of 10, your score is less than 5.
3.
So let's just get them all wrong. Just get them all wrong, and you'll get it for sure.
Oh, that might have been right.
Eh.
Thanks, you two. I'm a little chagrined, though, that we had to look so many up in the database. Really slowed us down.
She's like, you guys work for a bookstore, but you don't know shit about books.
Why memorize every single title when beep boop? I can look it up.
Beep boop! I can look it up. wait,
I'm a little chagrined,
we're gonna play it
though,
again.
that we had...
Why memorize every single title when beep boop? I can look it up.
Oh my god.
It's the best. This is the second time. I swear to God. So I have in the D, one of the characters makes spaceship sounds. She goes beep boop boop beep boop boop boop, and then he goes beep boop. And so now I've basically decided that every game I do from now on has to have somebody saying beep boop because it always makes me happy every single time. Every single time.
Oh man.
Beep boop.
That's so funny. I once had someone do chocolate cake, like them eating chocolate cake, and it was very hilarious. Oh my god.
I thought I loved Mike, honestly, but after that, I'm in love with him.
I loved Mike, but now I'm in love with Mike. Okay. And she sent us both off with bins, and I make my way towards sci-fi and fantasy, checking in on 2 customers along the way. I set the bin on my hip and start finding the right places on the shelf. I'm sort of zoning out, idly scanning the shelves, and I feel something jostle the bin. Looking over, I'm met with Diego, gently searching through the books in the bin, checking titles. I guess he's back from wherever he was going before. The books are all mixed up again. Diego, we're not even gonna talk to you, buddy. Fucking pushed me, huh? All right.
Seriously?
Seriously? Really? Are you serious, Diego? You're gonna do this right now?
Y'all are so mean to Diego.
Diego, you had your chance.
Mike, I'm getting bullied by Diego. Where you at, bro?
He's not bullying you.
He looks at me with that inscrutable expression of his.
That's bullying if I ever saw it.
Right? He's so aggressive, damn. His dark eyes go down to the books again, and he starts pulling certain ones into his scooped arms. He's a good-looking guy when he's not making angry faces at me. If only his attitude was better, he might have more friends. See, even she says he's got an attitude problem.
These all go in the next aisle. I'll take them for you.
Bro, his voice is deep AF. Holy shit. Holy shit, Diego. It's like some ASMR level shit.
It's like pretty good. I was debating whether I wanted to go that deep, and I was like, fuck it, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go, Diego.
He's no Mike, but I guess.
He's already pulling away and around the end of the shelf before I've even processed what he said, so I end up calling after him. Hold up. We're gonna flirt with everyone?
Are we?
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind.
Oh, man. Shadows, you missed Mike's line? You serious, bro? You missed Mike's line? It was pretty good. Beep boop.
Beep boop.
I'll just make that a voice file and I'll just tweet it. It'll be great.
We're just gonna fucking make that my ringer, honestly. Every time I get a message, beep boop.
I'll send you the file.
Every time I get a message, beep boop. You're sweet, thank you. Let's just romance the fuck out of all of them. Diego might surprise us. He pauses for a moment at the edge of the bookshelf. His eyes don't move toward me, but a distinct tinge of red appears at the edges of his ears. Oh?
Ooh.
He nods before disappearing into the next aisle. That's it? Huh? Mystery
Okay,
woman?
bye.
He's a little soon. It's fine.
That's the first time I think I've ever seen him look at me with even the hint of a friendly expression. At least that I can remember. It's kind of nice when I think about it. Oh? I've only just gotten all the books put where they need to go when a voice comes through my earpiece.
Hey, anyone know anything about a hold for the king? First name Janine?
Oh my god, that's so legit.
It's the Crazy Rich Asians trilogy.
Oh my god, Hannah.
Yeah,
Get it.
I pulled that one yesterday. Is it not there?
Good shit, Mike. Wow. Come on,
Boy.
Mike. Come on. I'm right here. I'll just grab it from the shelf and we can figure it out later.
Thanks.
Thanks, X. You're welcome. Go deeper? What the fuck, Shannon?
I've gotten a lot of I've gotten a lot of comments from my friends, my other friends on like Diego's voice. They're like, "Why the fuck is he so low?" And I was like, "Do you not like it?" They're like, "No, I love it." I'm just okay, then you're good. Why are you complaining or not? What the fuck?
Shadows, her other game is called The D, stands for demon, and the first
true.
scene is like, isn't she having sex in the first scene?
She's absolutely having sex in the first scene.
Yeah, so
and she is trying to like be done with it. She's like, I'm so done.
Yeah.
So
I remember that CG, bruh.
So done with this.
The D, yeah, the D. It's
called the D. There's a reason it's called the D.
There's a reason it's called the D. And you can guess. I swing quickly through the fiction section, then make my way to the front. At the register, Hannah is standing nervously in front of a customer right at the tail end of a big apology. I hand her the books and she starts ringing her up.
Again, so sorry. Morning shift must have moved it.
Yeah, morning shift. Fucking everything up. With another round of assurances, fight morning shift. The customer moves up and away from the counter.
Thanks. And could you actually help the next person before you head back? It's a return, I think.
Do your job, Hannah. Why do I gotta do your job? What the fuck? Oh, I don't want to handle this.
Oh, no.
I don't want to handle this. Let me just get the manager right now. Save us some trouble.
Oh my gosh. The funny thing for me is it wasn't the hair that gave me the vibe. It was the mouth. She has that like that smirk. Where she's
The
like,
shirt says only good vibes. Oh my god. Glancing over at the line area, there's just one woman. That woman, though, she's got the look. I slide my eyes back over to Hannah, who is trying very hard not to look me in the face right now. Sure, you're a pushover. I would have been like, nah, I gotta go pee right now, and then just not come back. I slide behind the counter and wave that customer should approach while I key into the register. She lays a stack of books down on the counter.
I'd like to return these books, please.
Why?
oh.
This is going to be a battle. Oh? That music? I can try to fight her on this or gather my nerve, be patient, and let her wear herself out with arguing at me. It's hard to know what's the better option. Oh? Oh?
Oh. Okay.
This was the most difficult part of the program this whole fucking game.
Whoa, fucking
I bet that was
working
my
and help
favorite.
shit? Oh? We're gonna need to talk. I was just gonna talk to my programmer. Holy shit. What are we doing?
So however you want to fight her, it's up to you.
Only this one goes highlighted. Is that on purpose? Argue patient.
You should have two things. Two things should be able to highlight. What are you talking about?
Well, I can't highlight patient.
What do you mean you can't highlight patient?
But I can click it though.
Yeah, you should be able to click it. It may just be
You're
a glitch.
trying
If you
my
can click
patience.
it, that's fine. If you can't, that's concerning.
You're trying. I'm trying your patience? Oh, now I can. Fuck it. Let's just argue. I'm sorry. I don't make pause.
Wait, can you click on patience?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it freaked
It's
me
just
out for a minute because.
It's just the first one, but when you click it, the second one highlights.
Okay, cool.
I'll have your job for this.
You'll have my job? I don't understand. Patient?
Do you know who I am? I'm one of your best customers.
Fuck off.
How dare!
I'm about to lose.
After
this.
all the money I spend here.
Oh.
No, what do I do?
Did you lose?
Not yet, but I'm about to.
How dare!
I personally think patience has the best ending.
This is a dumb return policy.
Oh, your patience goes.
Ooh.
I want to
argued
speak
her.
to your manager.
I argued her to death.
Yeah, good job. So, do you want to know how the system works or no?
Yeah, I'm just guessing. Oh? She didn't die, but... Oops. Go ahead, explain the system.
Okay. What happens is, so you can argue her, and her HP will go down by 3 points every time you argue with her.
Mm-hmm.
Then when she attacks, she hits you for either 1 or 3 points. It's random. And then if you use, the numbers might not be right. I might need to check those numbers. If you use patience, though, what happens is your patience grows. You get a point in your patience meter. And every time you use patience, there's a roll on the backside, like a random number generator that rolls. There's a patience roll, a will roll, kind of like a will test, so to speak. And when your patience is above the will roll, it's a critical hit, and her HP reduces to 0 automatically. So every single time you use patience, that gauge gets higher, increasing the likelihood that you'll pass the will roll and you'll get a critical hit. But there's still there's still an element of randomness because the will roll is different each time. It's just statistically speaking, you're more likely if you want to. I don't give a fuck.
All right.
It's up to you.
This is a dumb return policy.
Oh, I'm X and
I want to speak to your manager.
So you're more likely to win if you do just
call
straight
this
patience,
customer
like,
service?
statistically speaking. Because
I'll have your
unless
job
like
for
something
this.
shitty happens, then she.
You're trying
energy
my
is going
patience.
down when using patience, but hers is...
Do you know who I am?
Because when you use
I'm
patience,
one
you
of
don't
your
attack
best customers.
Oh?
Her energy stays the same unless you get a critical hit, and then it reduces to 0.
Oh.
So you're kind of gambling a little bit.
Got it. She tries to stare me down, eyes narrowed. I can see her fists clenching up into balls. She's so ready to keep fighting, but she knows when she's been dealt a critical blow. Doesn't even matter that I basically lied about being a manager. She doesn't need to know that.
I'll be taking my business elsewhere.
Bye later, bitch.
That is the very lovely Natalie Van Sistine. Who is like an actual, like, legit amazing voice actor. Who I'm like, wow, why the fuck are you gonna be in my game? But okay.
Yeah, why are you gonna help my game? Every time someone really good wants to help me, I'm like, why? Why?
Well, it's funny because I know her from like the VAC. Like she's in Marvel Avengers Academy.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Like it's funny because like every time because I only I know her from like the voice acting server. And, like, she asked me, like, some Renpai questions one time. And I was like, oh, yeah, totally, I'll help you. And then, like,
it's all about networking,
she's, like,
boys and girls.
She's, like, legit. She's in Heroes and...
Holy
yeah, fucking right?
Holy shit.
I was like, what the shit? Okay, cool. Natalie, come help me out.
Oh, my God.
Do it. Anyway.
That's certainly something I don't think she expected, and I can see the hairs on her head shudder in agitation. There's nowhere for her to go, though, but out, and she does so with quick, angry strides. Oh? I lean against the counter, exhausted, as the back of the customer's head flips away toward the door. The line's empty for now, and I turn my head down the counter at Hannah. You did that on purpose.
Ugh, I'm the one who sold her those books, and she was a pain in the butt then.
Oh, so I gotta do the work, Hannah?
I told her that she wouldn't be able to return any on-sale items then, but it didn't seem to matter. Good job there, though. Got some points in persuasion I didn't know about.
Oh?
Excuse me? Is that a pro gamer meme I see?
Oh, that is an advanced gamer reference, but I think... Thank you. Question mark.
Come over to play one of my 17 copies of Skyrim, and you, too, could be an advanced
I love
gamer.
Hannah. I love Hannah.
What am I 17 copies of Skyrim? Oh my god.
It's a joke. It's hyperbole.
Oh my god. Let me close
Because she has one for, like, she's all the different versions.
literally all of them. Even the freaking one on Alexa.
She got the fridge version.
Just gonna fucking flirt with all of them. Right on my fridge. That is a pretty tempting offer. We're just gonna flirt with all of them.
Yeah.
I wrote advanced gamer too. Hey Jojo, thanks for stopping in. I may have to take you up on that after all. She winks at me dramatically, like we're in on something together. Oh, bro, she said
I found the
Skyrim.
books that were on hold.
Whoa.
Oh, it's
Say
Diego.
that again, Diego. Say that again.
I found the books that were on hold.
Oh, it's like I have it on surround sound, and there's just something that it does to like your ears. I don't know.
Because it's like deep. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's great.
holy shit, Diego.
Imagine
Whoa.
editing that shit.
Right? Holy shit, Diego. We're gonna have a talk, buddy. Diego appears at the counter, a small stack of books in his arms.
The books from the hold order. They were in the back.
Diego's like, I'm trying to do my fucking job here, you two. Can you just
Diego's
stop?
the only one in the whole store who actually tries to do his job.
Literally. I could literally pinpoint all my coworkers in here, honestly.
Me too, from my worked retail.
Look,
Oh my God.
Diego thinks he's all cool, but I don't hear him going beep boop anytime soon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're right.
I could message Carl and ask him to give me a beep boop line.
Can you just do beep boop for research?
Just real quick?
purposes?
It's Carl. Carl, I need you to do a
Testing
beep
out
boop real fast.
something in my headphones or something. I don't know.
I'm saying, Carl, would you be willing to give me just a quick beep boop? I'll pay you $5 just for a beep boop.
For a beep
Beep
boop.
boop. That's all I need.
The
Just for a
age
beep
of uwu is over. Now enters the era of beep boop.
Oh my god. Jojo said, "Wow, he has a nice voice." Wow.
Okay, so Diego is Carl G. Brooks.
Carl who?
Carl Brooks. Carl G. Brooks.
I think it's Carl G. Brook. I was like, but like in one word,
no.
G.
Oh no, Carl Brooks. Which is funny because he's like, this is like the sweetest character I've ever played. Like kindest, like nicest, like purest. I was like,
Diego's
okay.
pure, bro. He's doing his job, I guess. But he pushed me. I'm not gonna forget that.
He didn't mean to push you. It was an accident.
I'm not gonna forget that. He sets them down on the counter.
Don't need them now, but thanks for solving the mystery at least.
Hannah, hold on a second. Why do I feel attacked right now? Why are you bullying Diego? Hold on. Only I can bully Diego. Hold on. That sounded a little, like, why are you here?
This is the third time this week a book wasn't where it was supposed to be.
Oh.
At least it wasn't your
klutzy.
fault.
What?
Ugh, what's that supposed to mean?
Whoa, Hannah. Whoa. Back up, girl. Back up. Hannah bristles, her eyebrows furrowing and fists pressing themselves against her thighs.
I just noticed that typo. It's gonna drive me
Gets
crazy.
her
I gotta mark that
things.
down.
Her thing.
I'm gonna mark that. I'm marking that
Gets her
down.
things.
I'm gonna mark that bitch down. Make that fix.
Just that you lose things a lot.
He's like, oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that, Caramel? Let's do it again.
I heard. Oh.
Just that you lose things a lot.
I feel bad for him
lot.
now. He's like, I'm sorry.
He's so awkward.
Diego's voice is low and quiet, practically a whisper.
Oh, is that what you think? Hmm?
Oh, fight. Mike is the one in the back with the camera phone filming it.
Beep
he
boop.
puts it on
World Star. He's like throwing books in the middle. He's like, World Star. Oh my god.
Bookstore employee fights local gamer. World Star.
Oh no, not again. Yo, I'm fucking Hannah though, for real. Like I am Hannah. Not I'm. Hold on, rephrase. I am Hannah. Well, you do lose things? That's a little mean. Hannah, that's a little mean.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah? Yeah, that's a little mean.
Well, okay, that's a little mean is actually referring to like Diego.
Oh.
Like saying, Diego, that's a little mean.
No.
And then Hannah being like, well, you do lose things.
Nah, fuck off, Hannah. You lose things. Oh my god, Diego sounded so sad. He sounded so sad. He was like, well,
He's just a super awkward dude.
she pursed her lips, unable to deny it.
Maybe so. Still, don't have to point it out like that.
Yeah, come on, Brett.
Besides, it was Mike's hold, not mine. And with the way things are going around here lately...
Oh?
Speaking of...
Oh, some of us get fired, huh?
Uh-oh.
An Asian materializes from between the nearest shelves.
I've got a list of holds from this week, and I want to make sure they're actually back there.
Jojo said drag her.
Hannah, you want to help me out between customers?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Diego, can you help Mike in the back with the children's books?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want to help them in the back, or go through the journals up here for me?
Oh?
Oh.
Oh? Wait, who's in the back?
Mike and Diego.
The boys.
The boys go to the back. Whoa. Sorry, boss. But gotta go to the back. I'll head back with Diego. Come on, Diego. Oh, the boys.
The boys.
Diego nods at me slightly, and we move through the shelves together towards the children's section. Mike is already there, grumbling as he pulls thin books from the shelves into one of the shallow bins.
Ugh. I'm used to kids' books being a little all over the place, but this is just ridiculous.
Why is the... Oh my god, I got a wave of fucking, like, deja vu over me. It's like, holy shit, like, I've played this game before, even though I know I've never played this game. What the fuck? Oh, that was weird. Alright.
Diego, can you take these?
Right, what the fuck? Diego, do your job, bro. He shifts the bin toward Diego, who takes it and starts scanning the shelves for the locations of the books in his charge. Mike's phone comes out of his pocket and he leans against the shelf. His thumb quickly scans across the phone screen. Mike, do your fucking job,
That's my boy.
Do your fucking job, bro.
What are you looking up, Mike?
If I worked with Mike, I'd hate this boy. I'd be like, bro, you fucking serious? Whatever's on the screen doesn't hold his interest very long, though, and he looks up with an annoyed side.
Diego, how do the books look?
Oh my god, Mike, do your fucking job.
They were way out of place.
Ooh.
Come check the board games with me.
No. Mike ambles out through the colorful archway that separates the kids section from the rest of the store and makes a sharp right towards the board games.
Oh, Mike, what are we playing? Ooh.
Ooh. He just kind of stares at them, hands clasped behind his head.
How do we know if these are all in order?
Do you know how to do your job, Mike? Do you?
Not
Come on,
really.
Check.
He really
ABC
doesn't.
codes.
That is so much work.
That's literally me too. I feel you, Mike, though. They were fine. I checked. Oh?
Oh no, my voice line's gone. What? Oh no, I'll have to check for that.
Oh no. Diego
I'll check
peeks around the side of the nearest shelf. Were they out of order?
No.
No.
Is it just the books that are getting messed up?
Maybe. You know, Mike's voice is
Did
so
that
good.
line did the last
Is
Diego
it
voice
just
line
the-
go?
Yes,
No.
Is it just the...
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is stupid.
Oops. Oh, I missed all of that.
Is it just the books that are getting messed up?
Maybe? Question mark. Mike raises an eyebrow in consternation and taps his foot on the ground.
This is stupid. I need to think about this.
Oh?
You're doing good, Mike. I love you.
You're doing good, bud. We've just cleared out the store of customers and locked the front door. All that's left is to balance the register, clean the windows, and finish up end-of-day recovery. So, everything. Nasia has called us together to talk, though, before we finish up.
So, Jack, the store manager, called a staff meeting for tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m.
Oh, gross.
Is this about the books being out of place?
Literally fucking Hannah. I'm like, really, bro? I gotta wake up early?
That's so...
Oh.
And Mike stamps his foot to make up for the curse word he wants to say. Look at his face. He's so angry. Angry boy.
Angry
Diego
Mike.
lets out a small, quiet sound of discontent.
That's fine, I guess.
All his did was his eyebrows arched a little bit, but he's still super chill. Why so last minute, though?
He wants to get all the shifts together in one place. And Jack has to come in at 5 a.m. for a meeting with corporate anyway.
So we have to come in early after closing.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do we always have to come in early? Why can't morning shift just come back?
Whoa, don't talk back to your boss. Diego just stands there and looks like he wants to melt it to the floor. Oh. Nasia just drags her hands down her face. Should we argue or we should just work together?
And who do you wanna hook up with?
Who do we wanna hook up with? I blurted with all.
It's like totally lost track of where we are at this point.
Oh,
but
they're arguing about the morning shift.
About how they have to come in early in the morning because of
7:30.
Jack. Yeah.
We trying to get with Mike, I think. I think Karen will be really upset if we don't get with Mike.
then think about how Mike reacted and what would agree with Mike.
This isn't our fault.
There you go. Good job.
Yeah.
You used your reasoning skills. I'm so proud of you.
Oh,
Check the
shit.
behind the scenes button here.
With this choice, it's less obvious who you're agreeing with and disagreeing with. Can you choose what you know about the characters to make? That's literally what you just said. Wow, I should use my brain next time. Wow. I'm just like, Ash is here. She'll just tell me what to do. She's like, nope, work for it.
Well, like I said, because this is supposed to be something I was going to be like, the kids were going to play. There was a freshman. There was a high school freshman who really enjoyed it a bit. So
Yeah.
I had stepped away from my table, so I wasn't there for that.
Oh, cute. When I showed Imre's Curse, I was just like astounded how many people didn't realize or never played visual novels who were like younger. It's like, I wish someone showed me what a visual novel was when I was little. Come on. My life would have been a lot easier. Not easier, but like easier to transition into making games, I think. I could never talk to my boss like that, right? That's what I was saying before.
Big mood.
People are like sitting here arguing with their bosses and shit. I'm like, oh my god, who raised you? Where's your respect? This
None.
isn't
They
our
have
fault.
none. They have no respect for Nasia.
But I guess
It's
for me,
unfortunate.
it's what'll
Nasia
prove
works
it.
so hard.
Poor girl. She's just trying to do her job. But I guess if a meeting is what'll prove it, then fine. Nods around the group, some with more reluctance than others. I'm okay with the meeting, for now. Because I've got another plan in mind. Oh?
Uh-oh.
We about to do something. I find Mike halfway through wiping down the windows, groaning with his forehead pressed to the cool glass. Oh, you good, bro? Mike, I've got a plan and you're the guy I need for it.
I am a plan man. What's up?
He
I love you, Plan Man.
So you know how Jack is coming in early tomorrow? He lifts an eyebrow at me.
You want to come in early and scout out the place, don't you?
No. You are a mind reader.
Only a little.
Oh?
If you have some clever idea of how to solve all this, I'm in.
Oh, Mike.
Okay. I think I may.
Cool beans. I'm in.
Cool beans. Cool fucking beans. I'm really glad you agreed. This is me. Thanks, man. Really glad you agreed, Mike. Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge.
I don't think I could do it without you. I know what I mean, but I'm not sure it comes out how I even expect it. The way—
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh my
Big
god.
move.
Can we drop some oohs in chat, please, from our boy Mike?
Yes, we can.
Oohs from our boy Mike. The way Mike looks at me, he feels the same way. Yeah, he's like, this is the most romantic date ever. We're gonna scope out the place.
No problem.
No problem, Mike. With a casual fist bump, our plan is set in motion.
You know what? I'm not even mad. I had to get up this early for track in high school.
You're not even mad because you're going on a date with us. Come on, bruh. Woo.
Hated it then. Kinda hate it now.
Lots of
But at least the company's better.
Lots of ooh-woos.
Oh, but at least the company's better. Hey, I see what you're dropping, Mike. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Mike gives me a gentle punch in the arm. Oh. It's 4:58 a.m. and we're hiding out the back alley behind the shop, waiting for the store manager to show up and open the back door. What the fuck? Glad I could be of service. We press against the nearest wall when a car pulls into the alley. I was going to say ally for literally no reason at all. From the car, Jack emerges. Oh my god. Dangling his keys from his hand loosely. I went to bed at 7 a.m. this morning. Let's not talk about it.
Yeesh.
Let's not talk about it. He opens the door and there's 20 seconds before the door slowly falls back into place. Just enough time to rush up and catch it. We're creeping behind, waiting for him to turn off the alarm and disappear into his office before we slip out onto the main floor. We're in the dark with Mike, just saying, just throwing that out there.
Oh my.
So what I'm thinking is that we take pictures of as many shelves as possible, show that the books are where they're supposed to be.
It's going to be a real pain in the butt if they're already out of place somehow.
Yeah, that's right.
If the book gnomes already got them, or something.
Fuck no, you're such a dork, Mike.
Oh, Mike. Oh.
Wow, why would you stay up so late, Jojo? I don't know, Jojo. Why would I, huh? Jojo was like, Jojo literally, I was like, I'm not leaving till you say bye. And she goes, I guess you're not leaving then, because if I don't say bye, then you don't have to leave. She's adorable. Oh my god. F the book gnomes. Alright. Oh lord, not the book gnomes. He snorts a little laugh, and we fall quiet. As we start moving, look how slowly he's moving. As we start moving down the shelves, taking pictures of book spines as we go.
So, I was thinking about something last night.
Oh? Really, Mike?
Ooh, Mike. Ooh.
Dangerous.
I know. But I never ever, like, verbally, affirmatively confirmed that you were comfortable with me. You know, flirting with you.
Oh, I'm a steam pipe ready to burst.
What the fuck?
So if I ever made you, I never ever,
hysterical.
like,
I literally
verbally,
by
affirmatively confirmed that you were comfortable with me. You know,
Ooh, Emily.
flirting with you.
Oh, but the way he says it, verbally, affirmatively, confirmed.
So if I ever made you uncomfortable, I'm really sorry.
Uncomfortable. In this room? Definitely not, bro. Dude, Emily. Oh my god, they're cute. We've reached the ends of our parallel aisles, and I find myself staring at him across the expanse. The expanse. Romantic. I kind of like it, actually, Mike. Oh.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo. Ooh woo. I like it. I wish I was better at flirting back, actually.
Oh.
Ooh woo.
Well.
Oh, double ooh.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
I'm gonna send this
Oh my
clip to
god.
Jacob.
Jojo said it took him 10 years to move across the screen. Then she said, ooh, times 2 to be all dramatic.
It's true.
Oh,
It's true.
well. Mike's face goes bright scarlet and turns back towards the shelf. I don't think I've ever seen him blush quite like that. Suddenly there's movement, and we turn our heads to it in unison. Bro, what the fuck, bro? You ruined our moment. What the fuck? Our nice moment in the dark? What the fuck? A shadow moving between shelves in the dark. Is it Jack? Did he hear us and come out of his office? Another shadow. So, question. If you pick another character to romance, is it someone else you go do this with? Or is it always Mike?
Oh, it's whoever you pick is who you do this part with.
Ah, got it.
Oh.
Yeah. Whoever you like, whoever route you go is the person you go to ask if they'll come with you.
Oh, got it.
So this is like the Mike route, the ending.
Yeah.
The best route.
The best.
The beep boop route.
The beep boop route. No, that's not Jack. It was something small and fluttery like a bird. What? Are you telling me a bird is stealing the books?
Just.
A quiet thud of something not too terribly heavy falling to the floor. If it's a fucking wizard ass, we're fighting. It's just zapping books. We step toward the sound quickly and quietly. We reach it at the same time, but it's me who swoops and lifts it. Mike shines the flashlight of his phone on it.
It's a book.
What? Then there's another sound, a rumble through the floor, very gentle, then louder as the shelves begin to shake. It better not be a fucking wizard. From the shelf in front of us, a book comes flying right between us, barely missing our heads. We track it as it goes, flapping freely across the store, flopping down on top of another shelf. Oh my god.
Ooh.
The next book smacks Mike right in the forehead and he stumbles back a few steps, flailing his arms wildly. Oh my god, the books!
What?
The fucking books!
Ooh.
Keep coming, books flying off the shelves all around us, arcing through the air like clumsy birds of prey. Some ghost shit.
Get out of the way, Mike. They're trying to long jump.
Crash. Oh my god. No, Emily. Emily's trying to get that new skin in Fortnite. It's the best skin, Emily. Work it out, girl. You gotta get it. We duck, covering our heads from the sharp corners of the covers and pages as they fly past.
Kids, over here!
Oh my god, Jack. A call from the back hallway. Take off across the store, feet pounding against the Berber carpet. Around us, books go flying past. What the fuck's happening, Ash? Novels, magazines, picture books swirling and dancing, shooting across the aisles. The faster we run, the faster the books seem to fly, zipping and zooming around us. Yeah.
Also, I think I missed the beginning of the story because I decay why books are flying. No one else does either. You're good.
No, yeah. Basically, the beginning is just us at a regular day of work. It's literally like every boring day of work ever. And then this happens. Someone's stealing books. And now I guess this is what's happening. The faster we run, the faster the book seems to fly, zipping and zooming around us. Finally, we fling ourselves into the back hallway, out of breath and panting on the floor, safe from the turbulent nonsense on the shop floor.
What are you doing here?
Jack, bruh.
Hi, Jack.
We wanted to come in before the meeting and make sure the books were in place. No sense in lying at this point.
We're sick and tired of being blamed for things that aren't even our fault.
Alright, so you're gonna say that, Mike, but you're not gonna acknowledge the books that were fucking flying like a tornado back there? Oh my god. We both make it back to our feet. I love that animation. It looks like he's standing up for real. What the fuck? Jack just stands there, arms crossed, looking at us.
You could have said something. I would have let you in.
We both sort of shrugged. We hadn't really considered that as an option.
Do you know what the heck this all is?
I don't know, but something like it happened years ago. Never actually saw this part, though.
What the fuck, Jack? What the fuck?
Just the aftermath.
What the actual fuck?
Oh, does that line play?
Yeah, it played.
Just
It's why I called this
the
meeting?
aftermath.
Oh, no, that one didn't.
No, that one didn't.
Okay. A lot of these play. I don't know why they're not playing now. I gotta check it.
It's why I called this meeting. I thought it might be happening again. So you didn't think it was our fault?
Nope. I wasn't sure what was happening.
Oh no, Emily. So you're not gonna be on when I get on after this? Sad face? Sorry. Fortnite all day, every day, you know. I wasn't sure what was happening. We continued to watch as the books fly across the room, managing to completely avoid each other despite their tight flight paths. It's almost like they know what kind of damage smashing into each other would do, so they're avoiding it. Another few minutes and the whirlwind dies down, the books settling into new routes with a rippling flutter. I step out first and with Mike just a half step behind. We wait to be sure the coast is clear, then head off across the sales floor.
Be careful.
Oh. Jack half waves at us from the hallway, staying behind the shelter of the wall. The flashlight on Mike's phone comes back on and starts scanning the spines of the books on the nearest shelf.
You've got to be kidding me.
Nothing's in the right place. Nothing at all. Are you telling me all the books fucking flew and to a new spot on a shelf? Oh my god. Mike brings his fist down to the edge of the shelf in frustration.
That's not very nice.
Excuse me? Huh?
Excuse me?
The voice is
Hello?
muffled and coming from an unknown location. As we search wildly for the source of the voice, the book beneath Mike's hand starts to shudder and vibrate. It glows and pulses, light pouring out from around the covers and pages. Faster and faster and faster until, strobing violently, it flies off the shelf. It doesn't land, though. Instead, it hovers. Mid-air, its pages fluttering gently, it glows, lighting up the dark around us. Oh, Fault in Our Stars. And in that light, I can just make up the bold shapes of the cover of A Fault in Our Stars. We sold a lot of copies when the film came out, but things have slowed down since then.
Holy moly!
Holy moly! The words fall away from his lips with staggering uncertainty.
You okay there, pal?
Mike.
Fuck? You good? You good?
Oh, it's just Mike hit me with them holy molies.
Oh
I'm
my
going
God.
holy moly.
The Fault in Our Stars, all capital letters. She's like, fuck. LOL, Fault in Our Stars, guacamole. Yikes. You okay there, pal? Another book appears. It's got a tie-in sticker on it, but my brain is too scattered to attach the title of the book to the movie. Is this really happening?
Would you rather it wasn't?
Mike bounces back on his feet, punching one hand into the other.
What in the heck?
Oh, my boy.
Mike's about to fight these books. He presses his hands to the side of his head in frustration.
We want to be read. We want to be sold.
What? What's happening?
So we thought we'd change our places up. Try to get more attention from more people.
What the fuck, Ash? This is what acid must feel like, huh? What the fuck?
And it would work. If you
Y'all
didn't
aren't
put us back
appreciating the
each time.
wonderful voice acting from Jen Sherrard and Ryan Hoyt.
I'm appreciating the talking books for sure.
I'm loving them. They're the best.
Especially Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. Especially.
I would like to share an anecdote.
Yeah.
So when I quote unquote cast the books, I was just like, okay, here's your book. Go crazy. And they're like, really? And I was like, yeah, fucking do whatever you want. So Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, I specifically gave to my friend Ryan because we keep having, because he's okay. So he, as a gay man, a gay voice actor, is always like, I want to play more gay characters. I was like, here, I'll give you a gay romance book. And he's like, thanks. Cool. Great. Then he sends me like a whole bunch of takes. One's like Shonen Pro Tag, one's like Sundance Film Festival, and then he names the file Kind of Gay.
Kind of.
And I was like, that's the one I'm using. Thanks,
That's
Ryan.
the one.
Kind of Gay.
Kinda
Done.
gay.
So we thought
And
Kinda
it
gay.
would work.
Thank you, Ryan.
If you didn't put us back each day.
And it would work if you didn't put us back each day.
Where would you even come up with an idea like this?
You're talking to the books, Jack. Why are you talking to the book?
They just accept this like really easily.
Jack has finally appeared from his hiding spot in the hallway.
from her.
What? Oh? The books move around behind us, pushing us toward one of the center aisles. There, in a little roundabout of sorts made by the layout of the bookshelves, is a table with new bestsellers. The most prominent of them is a new self-help book that's been sweeping the nation. The title is one of those long ones that never make any sense and sounds like a word cacophony of pronouns and superlatives. As we move closer, the copy of the book in the upright display starts to glow and vibrate like the others before it, shaking side to side like it might explode. Holy shit, Ash, I just realized that's why you did that poll about all the fucking books. Holy shit. It all makes sense. It all makes fucking sense. Jesus, she got me. She debated me.
We've all been bamboozled.
Oh, bamboozled me. Its voice is small, meek, barely above a whisper.
You're responsible for all this?
Jack, it's a book. You sound so angry. Excuse me? Now Jack is mad, and it's frankly a little funny. It is. You okay there, dude?
You think you guys have been getting a hard time? You should hear me reporting to my bosses.
Yeah, come on.
I get a lot of freedom in how I run this place. But not this much.
Well,
You see, it's just...
The book rocks back and forth in the air as it waffles about what to say.
Oh, it says right here on page 63 in the chapter about marketing your you.
Book pages fly by with a stuttering flutter.
The thing you're selling is you. So you're the thing that needs to be advertised.
Which means making sure people see us.
What the actual fuck?
Which means moving.
So, if we started getting more of you into people's homes, you'd stop moving around like this.
There's a flutter of agreement from all three books. There's silence for a moment.
Holy heck! I just had an actual idea.
Mike is silent the whole time. He's like, what the actual fuck? Another gaggled teenager comes in, grabs a picture in front of the poster at the front, then starts spreading out across the store. The next is a mother with her 2 kids. I have no idea how Mike managed to convince corporate to allow it, but Jack must have made quite the argument for it. So a social media campaign was born. Take your photo with the poster in the front of the store, post it with the right hashtag, get a discount. It's hard to predict how well these things take off, but people do seem to be taking more books home. Mike! I grab his hand as he's passing by. Ooh, Mike. He stops, flinging his arm around my shoulder. Oh,
Mike!
Mike! Honestly, this almost seemed too stupid to work, but look. Oh, that's kind of mean.
That's me. So stupid you're surprised I work.
Oh, Mike. Oh, Mike. This is supposed to be a bookstore, not a boiler room. It's steaming in here, Mike. Oh.
He said it's supposed to be a bookstore, not a boiler room. Oh my god. We stand together looking out over everything. Whoa, real close,
Ooh,
Mike.
Mike.
He squeezes my shoulder, bringing my body into his, presses his forehead to the side of my head, then lets his arm drop. Last thing we need is to get in trouble for PDA at work.
This really is because of you, though.
Oh, my. Ooh, Mike.
Oh, Mike. I didn't do anything.
I'm all talk and no action. You're the one with the brains and know-how to actually try to do something.
Bitch, I didn't do... Oh, excuse my language. Bro, I didn't do anything. He literally did everything, Mike. I literally just clicked a few things, and you were just like, hey, let's do a social media campaign. And then action, but no talk. I wouldn't have even thought about it if you didn't always keep me on my toes. He laughs, gives my hand a quick squeeze, and runs off back to whatever task he was at when I stopped him. Ooh.
Oh, Mike.
I watch him go, looking out over the long lines in front of the dining table, then the special displays, then the shelves that have been pushed away and off to the side. At the end of the nearest one, a book slightly shakes, a faint glow creeping out from the edges. Don't you dare. It stops and goes quiet. That's what I thought. Oh, cute!
That was so good. Oh, Mike. Oh, Mike.
Game by Ash Thurman. Voices. This is a cute little... Actually, I'm fucking impressed with all the animations, honestly. We're gonna need to talk about some stuff, Ash. Ash, you played the book? The self-help book?
Self-help book? Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
Wow, holy shit.
Holy shit, indeed.
Are these different books that pop up depending on the route you're on?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
The Hobbit and Catch in the Rye show up in Nyaja's route. Frankenstein and Pet Cemetery are in Diego's route. And then Madoka Magica and Madoka Magica and D&D and the D&D manual show up in Hannah's route. The D&D manual is Mazerly.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Holy
and Alyssa Parker's Frankenstein.
Oh my god.
Also, I'm noticing a glitch I'll need to figure out how to fix. Well, anyway. I love it when I play with you guys because I find like all the little bitty things that, despite me doing hours and hours and hours of QA, like I miss.
Yeah, because you're staring at it all day.
Right. So there's a couple of things I'm gonna need to fix. I'll probably do that tomorrow.
Oh my god, that was so cute. That was really clever, actually.
Yeah, I loved this.
I loved it too. Oh my god, I'm about to go back and date Diego. See what's up, bro. Gotta see what you're. I gotta see his love confession, you know.
Ooh.
I gotta see that tsundere in action. That's all I'm saying.
Like Diego, I mean, if you play, I'm not sure if I'm spoil it for you or not, but there's a really great line in Diego's route where she's going to ask him to go help her, or them, like they're the main character's non-gendered,
Yeah.
but the main character goes, "Hey Diego, I know you don't like me," and Diego goes, "I don't like you."
I don't like you.
Oh, that's so cute.
Like, yeah, that's Diego's whole thing. Diego's whole thing is like he really like just does not like socially interact well, but he means well.
Get me
Poor
a
baby.
Diego in my life, bro. What the fuck? Yeah.
He does his work.
I don't like you? Question mark. Oh, cute. Okay, let me see if anyone posted on Twitter, but we posted it really late, so I doubt it.
Yeah.
But if not, Jojo said claps. If you guys have any questions about the game, I'm gonna post where to find it on my Twitter.
And there's probably going to be an update tomorrow after seeing the.
There's gonna be some grammar updates, right? Probably.
Yeah,
Not grammar,
maybe either
I meant,
tomorrow or Thursday. Like some minor things, there were some lines to play.
Some lines.
Like that's the only thing about being like being a solo is like I try so hard to catch everything.
Yeah, you definitely need.
And you
outside
just
focus.
don't. And like I even had Alex play it, my husband play it, and there are things he didn't catch, like just because QA itself is just like so tedious. Like you have to have somebody do it. And if you're running on a strict timeline, like I was, where I was literally working on it like up to the day it was.
How long did it take you to make this?
6 weeks.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
Holy shit. That was very cute.
It probably has the most. It has the most animation of everything of anything I've ever done.
It has a lot of animation. I'm gonna
There's
talk
a
lot
lot of fucking
I'm
animation.
gonna ask you a lot of questions about that. Actually, I'm gonna tell you my whole idea for my game, and you're gonna tell me what would be a good mini game to do.
Lord.
I think it's a battle royale. They can't just fucking do nothing. That's all I'm gonna say. They can't just read. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay, so I don't have any questions on Twitter right now. Because we posted it really late, but we are gonna do a separate stream one day for just
Super
game dev
hardcore.
questions and writing questions and all
Yeah,
of
we
that
need to do
because we've been trying to do that writing thing for like 2 years, honestly. We're gonna do it all. We're gonna talk about game dev one day. What we can do is next time we have a shorter game is not cut it short, but next time we have a shorter game, we'll just have the extra hour to talk about one thing that maybe was showcased in the game or something like that, and then we can talk about it. We'll talk about it. I think that's it. You can download all of Ash's games because Ash has more than one game. They're all super. Well, they're good, but besides that, they're super. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Hold on.
What the fuck are you looking for?
I'm trying to say like. They're very unique. They push the boundaries of visual novels, which I like a lot, in terms of the way that she tells her stories. For example, the flying books, the animations. Her last game had a Mad Libs up in there.
It did, and a lot of gay sex.
Yeah, and a lot of gay sex. We didn't get that far. We didn't get that far yet.
No.
We only played half.
We should play it again and get to the gay sex.
Jojo said, yo, I like this. Did you? Yay, Jojo.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I've been trying to tell my Fortnite friends to pop in, and I was like, if you don't like visual novels, fine, but can you just please watch one? Maybe you will like
Which is weird, because this is the most approachable game made. Like all my other games are like unnecessary experimental for no fucking reason.
Experimental, that's the fucking word I was looking for.
Yeah. Like Naxxus and Menix are like experimental as fuck for no reason. I just did them because I felt like it.
I mean, it's a good way to test out what, you can do with visual novels and Rempe and all that. I actually played Monster Prom with Jojo. That's why she's like, I think I'm getting you, Jojo, into the visual novel scene.
And if you go to my itch.io, you'll Dungeon Profiteer, which is a game I wrote, where it's not a visual novel, it's a crafting game.
It's a crafting
So you can
game? Oh, yeah,
sort
yeah.
of. Yeah, it's like we should play on stream sometime. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because the premise is we made it for a jam, and so the premise is okay. The town of Fordmouth sits right smack dab in the middle of an adventurer's dream. There are dragons to slay, goblin hordes to raid, bandits to fight, and loot from ancient crypts to be had. It's also the site of a battle between two warring factions, the Black Skulls and the Griffins. With all of that, there's plenty of fighting to go around, and you're the only weapons dealer and blacksmith in town. Build your weapons to your customer's request and reap the rewards. Put the wrong parts together and, well, things get weird. And so it's basically a game where you put parts together for weapons and then you fight with them.
I'm about to pull up your
Yeah. And I did all the writing for it. I did all the writing, all the text, and I did all the narrative design. Like, I'm the one who set, like, what order the battles went in. And I set, like, all the monsters and stuff. And then I also voice acted 2 of the guild characters, and I did voice acting for like a bunch of the monsters. I did all the audio engineering and Foley and stuff for all the monsters and the voice parts.
Wow, that's a lot.
Fucking ridiculous. We did it in 10 days. We did that game in 10 days.
I just pulled up your itch.io so they can see all your games.
Fuck yeah, you did.
So here we go. PixelsandPins at itch.io. You can download her games here. Naxa, Menix, I can't even speak. Menix, Heart Connection. The D stands for Demon is her big one. That's coming out soon.
I'm still working on.
She's still working on that one. But the rest of these are all full names, right? But
yes, D's mainly demo. The D's mainly demo.
And Heart Connection's having a spiritual successor.
Yes.
Whoa, how do you do this? I want to do one of these writer columns. Wow, that's cool. My style is super basic. It just looks like this. Yours is fancy.
Yeah, all I did, they're just collections. Yeah, like I just put the games that I worked on in collections and had put show collection on profile. Yeah, that's all it is.
So you wrote in this game. I actually have the game that I worked on. The game I was telling you about, Artificial Mansion, that I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
I got like I gave you a Steam key, right? I have so many.
I need to download and play it.
I have so many Steam keys. So Caramel, if you want one, he gave me like 10 free Steam keys. I was like, here you go.
So many Steam keys.
Sure, dude. I'm totally down.
And Jojo, if you want one, I got you, girl. I wrote that game. I'm not super proud of how it turned out, just because the nature of the story is very big tale to tell in 60,000 words. Couldn't dive as deep as I wanted to, and it was the first time I wrote someone else's full game, so that was a learning experience. But it's still complete and seems to have got good reviews on Steam, so I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, so next time we'll do something. we'll play another one. There's tons of games on here that we can play. There's so many.
There's so many games.
I really enjoyed this one. Cute. You put toxic in my chat room, huh? This one was really cute. Thanks for letting us play.
I'm gonna keep you from playing it.
Yeah, you know what? Listen, you could just be like, you're welcome. I'm just kidding. Yeah, her name is Ash. Her name is Ash.
That's me.
It's literally being weird now.
That's me.
Yep, she's got our website
you're welcome.
Here.
You're welcome for the VN. I have many. Play them. And you guys play by RPG when it comes out in a million years.
She's got voice acting, writing, and script. She does game, she does everything.
I'm in Fairy Tale.
And she's in Fairy Tale and Funimation.
Oh,
yeah. I just recorded for them last Friday.
Fucking lit.
Again, I have like actual lines. It's kind of amazing.
Oh, homegirl is doing big things.
Shit, yeah. Pretty fucking cool. Yeah, no, my next big project after the D, when I finish the D, is gonna be an RPG. I've already decided. Because I've been wanting to make one for a while. So I'm making like a test RPG for a bigger RPG I want to make.
Ash, we gotta collab on something, I think.
I know we do. We need to do that one thing.
That one thing. I want to delve into RPGs. I have this one script I've been saving for an RPG. But I will not do a visual novel of it. Won't do it justice. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We're gonna end it early. I'm just so shook because I don't know what to do right now because we finished the first game. Like, we finished it fully. We finished it fully. That never happened.
true. It never does.
I'll post the link to all the Ashes stuff on my Twitter, so you can download it if you feel like it.
And you can play it. You can love it, and you can enjoy my existence.
I encourage everyone to go out and try visual novels if you haven't. And if visual novels are not your thing, indie games in general, because you know, a lot of us are either solo devs or really small teams, and we don't have the funding and all the publicity and all the other stuff that, you know, AAA games have. So we got to do it all on our own, and we're scraping by.
It's true. Like, nah.
It's hard. It's hard work. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate all of you. We had a solid 9 viewers. A+.
I give that a beep boop out of 10.
So I will tell you guys when the next one is on my Twitter, LegendX Games, which is down below in the Twitch, and we will see you next time. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good night, everyone.